start the year. Dusty Litzer, Dane Stewart with you. Pleasant Grove, a favorite in the 6A classification, coming up to take on the reigning 5A champion, Olympus Titans, and the team that's favored to win the 5A classification. Dane, we always hope for matchups like this, and we finally get it.
It's awesome, right? Every year at the end of state tournament, it's like, man, I wish the winner of 5A could play the winner of 6A. And Dusty, we may have that here to start the season. This game may come back at the end of the year to be one of the main talking points between these two, but you're right. Two contenders for state championships meeting right here on the Titan floor tonight.
Van Coleman tips it back, and we are underway in the, well, our coverage of the basketball season here on Deseret News Rewind. We start with Max Miller, starting place in Kavika Kina. They go high-low, that pass a little too tall. Something you don't say a whole lot. Turnover on the first possession.
It's a good idea. I expect PG to do that a lot tonight, try to establish Van Coleman down low in the post against a much smaller Olympus team.
You can play 4 games, but you're in a gym right now. It's got a lot of people in it, a little different atmosphere than they probably faced last week. And what you expect from Olympus, firing on a 3, was Jack Holberg, won't go. Down the floor, we go with Casey Brown. Give it up to Cale Mickelson. Had that very good year last year. Did Cale, now Casey Brown. Casey, the future BYU Cougar, jumps inside the arc, doesn't get it. Dowdell tracks it down. Here's Rylan Jones, pull-up 3. Van Coleman clears the board, back down the floor, Brown.
These two are the better shooting teams from the floor, Dusty, last year at least, and off to very cold starts here.
Cale Mickelson with the rebound and the first points of the night.
Nice job by Mickelson there, following up, able to pick up that rebound, first offensive rebound of the game. Able to get a nice putback, first points for PG.
Rylan Jones, right down the boulevard, floats it over Van Coleman. Folks, if you've not watched Rylan Jones, you have not lived.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Followed our coverage anyway.
Utah fans, get ready. I think this kid is going to be so good for the University of Utah, and we'll be playing against the man that he just scored against. That in Van Coleman. It's going to be a fun matchup up on the hill. How are some of these new starters for the Titans going to fit into this offense? Holberg, one of them. A number of others. Carlton right now in the post. A lot of questions to be answered by the rest of that starting 5.
Left-handed jump hook doesn't go, and that brings a cheer from the Olympus fans. Jones, nice job of getting back in that defense from PG, stopping him. Here's Dowdell. Jeremy goes up top to Rylan. Back to Jeremy for 3. And a first chance to hear the best cheer in the state. Favorite cheer.
If I recall, Dusty, doesn't he already hold the school record for most 3s in a career? And this is the first game of his senior season.
Came out the bench as a freshman. I misspoke earlier. And now a foul on Casey Brown. Oh, pardon me, I was going on Cale Mickelson. You got some really good basketball players.
Yeah. Including the old head ball coach himself, Matt Barnes, eh?
Jake Lindsay.
Yeah, Matt Lindsay.
Yeah,
and
Matt.
A lot of good players.
I can't forget Alec Monson. I got to make sure I put that one out. Alec Monson as well. Along the baseline, Dowdell trying to get that ball inside. Casey Brown, the night defense, and down the floor we go with PG. Mickelson. Into the corner to Brown, now inside to Van Coleman. Matt 0 for 1, backs his way in, and softly puts it home.
Number 22, Van Coleman.
See them just working to get that entry pass into Matt, and a nice job after he receives that to get some open space for the shot away.
Working on that 2-3, and Rylan Jones with his first Titan triple of the season.
He doesn't look that big, Dusty. I mean, on the roster, he's just listed at 6'1". But you see, it doesn't take a lot of space for him to be able to get a shot off. You got to close down on Rylan Jones almost immediately.
Van Coleman take advantage of that. Brown pulls for 3, and Casey with his first 3 pulls it within 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the opening quarter.
And Casey Brown's been doing that since his sophomore year. And we talk about great three-point shooters in this state. Casey's one of them.
Holberg misses on the 3 as the PG Vikings Trying to take the lead. Is Miller going to get fouled? See, they give him 2 shots? Yes, they do. As the second crawls off. Oh, and there's going to be a foul. That's an unfortunate one. They'll go against Olympus' number 21, Noah Benny. I guess that was Friday. Halfway through the first quarter, tied at 8. Casey Brown, backdoor. Had a chance at easy,
yeah, I got to
too.
take that one to the rim.
Tyler Fairbanks couldn't get a good handle on that one. As Brown hands back. Mickelson, 3 on the way from Fairbanks, doesn't get it. And the rebound claimed by the Titans, Jackson Frank. And we got a carry on Ryland Jones.
I think Coach Barnes like, all right, you're going to call that? Let's keep it that way both sides the rest of the game. It's one of those that coming early on, you're setting expectations.
That's Ryland's move. Hand back. Fairbanks now to Brown.
Well, they maybe had an opportunity with Church down low, just couldn't get him the ball.
3 on the way from Mickelson, won't go. Rebound claimed by Noah Benny. On the run, Ryland Jones. Here's Dowdell. Nice defense from PG, and we'll stay here. Nice job by Tim Nichols.
I mean, this zone defense so far has worked really well for PG.
They try to lob it up to Benny, who was broken up. Here's Fairbanks, and he traveled.
Had to be as that ball was lobbed up and over, but I didn't see it, Dusty.
Wipe off 2 points in the lead. 3 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Dowdell has 1 Titan triple. Ryland Jones has the other. Go high-low into Benny. Benny gets out of that tie-up by Nichols, and they'll work it around. Dowdell straight away. Doesn't get it. Mickelson knocked to the floor, and we're going to have a defensive foul on the rebound. That is number 2 on Jackson Frank. Eight to 8, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the quarter. And Brown misses on the 3. Rebound claimed, and we got a foul on the rebound. What a way to kick off the season here on Deseret News Rewind. Technically the second week of the basketball season. 3 from the corner. Frank can't get it. And rebound claimed by Brown. Miller. Up top, drop it in Van Coleman. Matt sends out to Church. Now Miller come out for the screen and roll. Church working his way on the block, can't get it. And rebound claimed by Ryland Jones. Here he is in the run. This is where he's so special. Sends out Dowdell. Lips out, and the rebound taken by Miller.
Jeremy's got to be asking, are those rims regulation size or what, huh? He's had a couple real good looks that he knocked down last year, and early on here today he's had yet to find that right stroke. But once he does, look out.
Casey Brown back it out, minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. On the Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week, brought to you by Tosh Orthopedic Specialty Hospital and the Utah Army National Guard. Been a fast first quarter, even with all the fouls. Here's Van Coleman. Oh, it takes a baseline and throws it down. There's a difference from his junior year to now, Dane.
That's a great move, and one of the tough things, he's able to pick up his dribble so far away from the rim because of that length. I don't think that Olympus had that judged quite right, and they give up the dunk.
On the turnover, Brown, give it up Miller, lefty, won't go. Missed opportunity, 50 seconds to go. Jones to Dowdell, just stays in bounds. Dowdell on the baseline, and we'll have the travel.
Call the travel, and Pleasant Grove, hey, Dusty, they could take a 2-possession lead here at the end of the first. When was the last time Olympus only scored 8 points in a quarter?
Stunning, and now that tempo has been that slow inside of 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Missed some Titan triples, down 25. Miller can hold it out around the timeline. Now get up to Church. Nichols, now Casey Brown. Lob up Van Coleman! And an alley-oop! Brown to Van Coleman, and it's 12 to 8. 10 seconds to go. Jones, sent out Dowdell for 3. Oh, and it just will not go. 3 seconds. Counts if it goes. End of the first quarter. PG 12, Ole 8. You're watching Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week, brought to you by Tosh, your orthopedic specialty hospital. Dane, what a fun first quarter.
It's fantastic, Dusty. I'm really surprised that PG's defense has limited Olympus the way they have. And that's the first block of the game for Van Komen.
He roofed that one. PG up 12-8, again without Kabika Akina. Got hurt in their tournament over the weekend. Van Komen faces up, can't get it. Rebound taken by Rylan Jones. Rylan can't get it. You see, even if Van Komen's not there, he's thinking about it. To the floor, jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Pleasant Grove. 30 seconds into the second quarter. Miller up top of Mickelson. Hard take, and Cale Mickelson somehow gets that one to go over the top of Caden Kuhn. And a 6-point lead for the Vikings is, oh, Matt Van Komen. I know you shouldn't be that impressed at 7-4, but it's still impressive.
You're gonna learn fast. You can't, even though it looks like that's open, there's just so little room. Van Komen has such an ability. It's a good sign for PG in what will be an extremely difficult Region 4.
And Brown can't get the reverse to go. Quickly on the run, here's Dowdell. Loses the handle, now we're gonna have a cheap one given here on Matt Van Komen. Wrong place at the wrong time. No, they're gonna get that one to Brown. Remember, only 5 personal fouls high school basketball. 3 on the way, and it won't go. And the rebound taken by Van Komen. You see Casey Brown down for maybe the final 2 minutes of this quarter. Fairbanks just this in to Van Komen. Matt backing his way into the key. Jump hook, and it crawls home. Double them up, 16-8.
Tell you what, Matt Van Komen, Dusty, not to bring up bad memories, he missed a number of those in the state championship last year. That is not normal. And I think Van Komen showing here early on the ability he has on the offensive end just to establish himself in the post.
Dowdell, contested shot there, now with 5 points in the half. 16-10, Mickelson for 3, can't get it. And rebound claimed by Zach Alder.
Dowdell and Jones with 5 apiece for Olympus, the only Titans to score.
And a block from behind, called a foul. That'll be on Nichols.
Good for him for being able to take a role of still providing that senior leadership and some tutelage to some of the kids that are playing his position and trying to fill in while he works his way back.
Kuhn splits the pair. 5:35 to go in here in the first half, and a 5-point lead for PG. Nichols sends up top. Mickelson, wide open 3, back rimmed. And it's taken by Rylan Jones. Rylan pushing ahead to Kuhn. He has to save it in. It goes to Van Komen.
You know, one of the other things is we mentioned the new starters for Olympus, and you get the feel that some of these starters still getting in the rhythm of playing with their new teammates.
How about the take and finish there from Miller? Pirouettes into the lane. It's a 7-point lead. Inside of 5 minutes we go to 4:55 left in the half. Gets it inside. And we'll have a foul on Nichols. It'll be the 16th foul. It'll be bonus the rest of the way. Makes them both. Again, Casey Brown on the bench. Who's going to handle a move? Mickelson terminates, sends back up top to Fairbanks. You have no Brown and no Van Komen on the floor. Major opportunity here for Olympus. Mickelson tries to get inside to Church and does. Church takes a contact and lips out. Rebound to Jones. Ryland sends ahead. Kuhn loses the handle. Here comes Nichols. 3-on-2. Miller. Sent out Fairbanks. 4-3. Got it. And that's what your bench has to do. Push it back up to 8. Halfway through the second quarter, 4 minutes to go.
And Fairbanks was the young man who got the steal on the other end. The defense leading the offense. Right now, PG looking mighty comfortable here, Dusty, on the road.
You know, that's the thing to think about in this game. I think we were talking about pregame. That's a big difference tonight.
Yeah.
Because you have Jones and Creer, Jones Van Komen, they can go do, at least try to go do what Lone Peak Bigs did. They weren't intimidated by 7-4. Is into the corner. Fairbanks looking for his second and a lips out. Rebound taken by Church. Left hand and crawls home.
You know, Dusty, one of the other things as we talk about that, a number of these Olympus players now, when you look at Benny, Frank, Holberg, they were playing football 2 weeks ago, so it's not like they've had a ton of time practicing as a team here, as a unit. How about this, Dusty? I mean, right now, we're just over 4 minutes into this second quarter. In the quarter, of the 9 points Olympus has scored, 7 of them have come from the free throw line.
Well, the big thing to get to that bonus, that's something PG's going to look back on. They have not shot well from the floor,
No.
speaking of the Titans, and you're giving them points at the free throw line at the clock stop. And now they're going to take a lot of clock here as Miller goes backdoor to Fairbanks. Got Dowdell to come after him. It'll be the 16th foul on the Titans and the first on Dowdell. Everybody peels off for Van Coleman, and inside is Miller. Extends the lead. As you saw that, they all thought the lob was coming to Van Coleman. Heck, I thought the lob was coming to Van Coleman, and he got an easy layup. Inside goes Alder, works it around, and Jones fouled a long ways away from the hoop. Laying him on the floor on the shot, on the floor. The only thing keeping Olympus from a three-peat was that shocking loss to Springville. As up the floor comes Miller, 2:35 left in the half. 6-point lead for the Vikings. Drop it inside. Van Coleman, fall away hook, won't go. Rylan Jones claims the board and then fouled some 85 feet away from the hoop. Goes on Kel Mickelson, his second. Casey Brown comes back on the floor as Rylan knocks down his free throws. A 4-point game. It was an 8-point deficit down to, rather it's just at a half, but still only making one field goal. Terminate, now give it up on the angle to Miller. Miller now works out the screen to Van Coleman. Down the lane and comes off. It's about the 5th missed layup of the night for the Vikings in the first half. And that could come back and bite them. Rylan Jones trapped, send across to Dowdell. Step back, good defense, then left him. Dowdell for 3.
That's an oops moment. Can't do that, Dusty. Defense is there, and they think he's going to pass it, so they step back, and Dowdell with his second 3 of the game.
He didn't lose his confidence. He just didn't know he needed to use it yet. Oh, nice move by Casey Brown with a rope-a-dope and no call underneath. Misses it. Here comes Rylan Jones. Rylan sent out to Dowdell. Chased off, pulls anyway. Heat check won't fall. And down the floor we go, 1:20 to go in the half. Fairbanks looking for his second 3. Can't get it. Jones hits the deck on the board and will walk all the way to the floor for 2 free throws. Did not think that they needed to keep him off the stripe, especially this early. 26-25, Olympus has weathered the bad shooting storm, for them anyway, an off shooting night. And now clean the lead by 1, 1:05 left in the half. Fairbanks up top to Brown. Works off the screen to Van Coleman. Now high-low into Van Coleman. Matt with the right-handed hook, won't go. Rebound taken by Alder.
Boy, you would have thought the Titans just hit a 3 the way their student section reacted.
Every time he's missed tonight.
Yep.
Cross-court Dowdell. Step back. And a rebound taken by Bushman. 40 seconds to go. Brown on the push. No
Good
call on
defense.
any contact. And out of bounds off of Olympus. 35 seconds left in the half. Quick inbound into Brown. And he got it. Didn't fall for falling to the floor.
Boy, body hit the floor. Surprised we didn't have a whistle one way or the other, but they elect to let him play through that one.
I actually agree with it.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. The way this game's been called, we've
Right.
seen some fouls quite far away. That one's right underneath, and they let it go.
Rylan holding up top, looking for the final shot. 15 seconds left.
How about this PG zone? Boy, it's been impressive.
8 seconds now. Jones on the move. Rylan gets around. Fall away Jay. Yes! And that's how the half will end. It was a second quarter full of free throws, but in the end, it's a fall away Jay at the buzzer That gives Olympus a 28-27 lead. Head in the locker rooms of a Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week. Ryland Jones has 15 points, only one field goal to my knowledge.
No, he had 2 in the first quarter, so
Okay.
he's got 3 field goals in the game.
3 field goals in the game, and Van Komen with 8 points in the first half. Here's Dowdell. Float it and score it. Dowdell, I think he needed that one. He went right at Van Komen and got the floater to go.
He's a senior, so this doesn't quite work, but it's like rookie of the year, right? Float it. Float it.
Jones on the steal, and Ryland +1.
Look out. Dowdell with a drive, Jones with a drive, going to pack that defense in, and that'll open up that outside game really fast.
Look, we cover high school sports. We never go to negative town. But if you're PG and you look back on that first half, the misses. One thing is the fouls. You can't control that. Missed a lot of layups in that first half. They had a lot of points at the rim. And that's something right now that's coming out to burn them. Trailing by 6. And a half, they were up by as many as 8.
Yeah, in fact, I mean, what was it, 25 to 7? I'm trying to remember what the score was because it's been quite a run by Olympus, Dusty.
Yeah, it was 16-8 at one point, and then got about 7, 22-15. Yeah, you're looking at a 15-5 run, jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to PG. Lob into Brown, now up top Van Komen. Here's Mickelson, outside Miller. Lob it now to Van Komen, goes off the rim, and Ryland Jones has it. Ryland threads the needle. And it's Noah Benny laying it in. We'll be shocked to see a timeout coming.
That's one of the things I thought that Olympus would really try to do, get the ball down the floor before Van Komen could set up. First time it's worked today for the Titans.
Timeout on the floor. Here's Fairbanks inside now Van Komen. Matt working, backs his way all the way in, goes to the right hand, and it's a 6-point game, 6.5 to go.
And that's what I'd like to see, and see Van Komen be aggressive, get to the rim. When he does that, boy, he's as tough to defend as anyone.
Ryland rises and fires off the front of the rim. On the run now, Casey Brown. Into the corner, here's Miller. Inside Van Komen. Matt goes back to work, sent back in the corner. Miller for 3, missed it. Those are the ones that got to go down for PG.
Well, one of the other things I've wondered, Van Komen isn't really set up near the rim for some of those rebounds. I wonder if he's very, aware of his need to get back defensively, and he's taken away from some of those defensive rebound opportunities.
Fairbanks can't get that to go. Mickelson with the rebound, and a foul on Dowdell. Be number 2 on Jeremy. It'll be the first team foul of the half. Inbound into Mickelson. Kale hands back to Casey Brown straight away. Got it.
Late on the switch that time. Great job getting back here by PG.
Holberg thought about 3 and held on. 3-point ball game, 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Holberg to Jones. Ryland. Now down the lane. Fancy move. And Ryland Jones puts it home.
20 points now for Ryland Jones, and that one as pretty as any of them, Dusty. Great movement and the ball fake. Wow.
See the balance. Brown hands back to Miller. Outside Fairbanks again for 3. He likes the angle, and Fairbanks with his second 3 of the ball game, and it's a 2-point game.
Got to get off that screen a little quicker if you're Dowdell. I didn't think that was one that prohibited him from getting out. Just maybe didn't quite see the shooter Fairbanks out on the perimeter and was late. Nice job hitting it.
Dowdell. Oh, nice move. Jeremy lost the handle and out of bounds. Matt comes back on for Church. In the corner, Holbrook. 3 from Jones. Thought he was trying to draw a foul, didn't get it. Chance to tie or take the lead. Fairbanks reverses and scores. Tied at 37.
5 straight points for Fairbanks, Dusty, and the team that's used to running, tasting a little bit of their own medicine here from PG.
What a response from PG.
Most of that done with Van Komen on the bench.
Jones, Fairbanks with a steal, picked up by Dowdell. Dowdell goes at Van Komen, blocked by him. Benny got it back. Benny has that one tipped and stolen. Here's Fairbanks on the run. Into the corner. Oh, Miller, nice move. Blocked by Benny. Jones Got blocked. And nearly steals it from Van Komen. They're going to get Jones at the foul. Casey Brown. Hands back. Fairbanks back up to Casey. Hit a 3 earlier. Thought about it. Brown gets by Jones and it won't go. Casey Brown go to the line to shoot 2. That's number 3 on Ryland. Misses them both. 3:20 left in the third, tied at 37. Early season legs here. Jones over to Dowdell. Jeremy gathers, fires. It was online a little long. Battling for that rebound, out of bounds, going to PG. See that in March, probably dropping. 2:55 to go in the third. Miller works off the screen. Out top to Brown, and it goes inside to Van Komen. Put on the floor, it was stripped by Dowdell on his way up. Dowdell comes away with it. Jeremy goes into Brown, that's number 4 on Casey Brown. Number 3, sorry, my bad, number 3 on Brown. So you have 3 on Brown, 3 on Ryland Jones. Only question on the hill, he's not from Australia.
That'll hurt his NBA draft stock, I'm sure, huh?
That's 2 of them. Holberg skip to Dowdell. Jeremy split the defenders, goes at Van Komen, showed it to him, took it away, and it won't crawl home. Saved in by Mickelson, but through the hands of Brown, and we will stay with Olympus.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job, Dusty, and I think they've obviously gone back to Matt a little bit. He's been aggressive, but really to me it's been the defensive end. And Olympus came out this third quarter driving to the rim. We've seen that interior defense for PG do a much better job on some of those drives to contest shots.
Dowdell fall away from long ways away. Taken by Ryland on the rebound, jumping inside the junction. And Ryland Jones ends the cold stretch, and it's 39-37. Brown sends out in the corner. 3 from Miller, back rimmed. And it's Dowdell with the board. Dowdell thought about it, then got it. So crafty, he held Van Komen up there just for that minute. And a 4-0 spurt here. We are 1:25 left in the third.
Boy, and a missed opportunity for Pleasant Grove. It was a great job by, I think it was Brown on the drive and the kick out as the defense had to come in and just miss a 3. That's a shot that you have to hit in some of these big time games.
Fairbanks again, can't get that one to fall. His shot's been online. He's only hit 2. Holberg up top, Jones. Benny working around that baseline. Holberg thought about it. Now back out, Dowdell for 3. Got it! Dowdell's 3rd Titan triple. And how about this? Dowdell now with a 5-run spurt. Timeout on the floor. 51.5 seconds left in the third. 7-point lead, Olympus. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. And I don't know, you can't get caught. A lot of times you say don't force up a 3. I would say don't force up a lob here. 45 seconds left now. Nichols. Outside Fairbanks. Now inside out. Here's Mickelson along the baseline. Kale gathers himself and scores. Nice take and finish.
Kale's been quiet tonight offensively. Figured with Akina going down, he would have to be one of those guys who would pick up his scoring. Just 6 points for Kale tonight. Expect him to have bigger contributions as the year goes on, especially as this PG team continues to play more and get used to life without Kavika Akina for the short term.
Dowdell inside of 10 seconds is taken away on the run. Here's Fairbanks. He's got Miller. Miller with 4 seconds. Left hand, he's fouled. There'll be 2 free throws with 3.3 seconds left in the quarter. Got the first. Misses the second. Jones with the board, 2 seconds. 1 second, count if it goes. Missed it by that much. We head to the 4th and final quarter. And the first Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard. So start of the 4th. Pressure from PG, corner, thought about it, did Alder. Sends it to the corner, Noah Benny for 3. And why not? Benny was nails during the football season for the football team. Why not open up the quarter with a Titan triple?
How about the first Titan triple from a player not named Jeremy Dowdell or Rylan Jones?
Mickelson. Brown now inside Van Coleman. Matt, they've gone single coverage on him all night. Casey Brown, he didn't get that clean. He misses a bunny. Another one out of that collection that'll drive Coach McAllister crazy when he thinks back on this game tonight.
What do you think? 14, 16 points that have been left on the floor
Minimum.
within 6 feet tonight?
Inside Dowdell. He's challenged himself. Got around Van Coleman and gets the bucket. How about Dowdell?
He has gone right at Van Coleman tonight. 7-4, 8-0 to Jeremy Dowdell. He has not been intimidated by the big senior center for Pleasant Grove.
Just an outside shooter, right?
Yeah.
Fairbanks. Up top of Miller. Dane knows, since he was a freshman, I told him, there was this kid at Olympus. Van Coleman. A nifty little move there. Van Coleman able to keep his dribble and get the bucket.
You know, I may have been one of the first to talk about Rylan Jones, but Dusty Lister was the man who found Jeremy Dowdell.
Utah Elite 8.
Came back, there's a freshman at Olympus that you won't believe.
Wearing a number 32, and he was still open. He was open then. Trying to jimmer threes. Rylan Jones. Send out Noah Benny. Back to Jones.
How about
Playing
this?
ahead.
Olympus the one who's taken some time off the clock here.
Rylan, number of moves. Sends up top. Alder back to Jones. Rylan chased off the three-point line. Gets it back to Benny. Lays it in. Beautiful job there by Rylan.
Boy, great movement, ball movement, but Rylan Jones just navigating, weaving through the defense, and just not much PG can do. Hard to play defense for 30 seconds.
And Miller with the answer tray.
That's a huge shot, Dusty. Huge shot. Get a made three-pointer. They haven't made many of them tonight. I think Casey Brown, the only other one to hit a three. No, Fairbanks had one as well.
He had two. Fairbanks with two. Brown with one. Is luckily there for Rylan Jones on that one. Picked off, hands it back. 5:20 left in the fourth. Jones goes at Van Coleman. Ball from behind. And a loose ball foul. Can be charged here to Nichols. Quickly in. Alder for three. And rebound claimed by Cale Mickelson. And that'll really hurt Brown working off the dribble. Fairbanks. Lost the handle, taken by Benny.
Couldn't tell if Dowdell got a hand on it or not. He was the man there for Olympus who tried to take a swipe at it.
Gusty decision for Miller to come out and pressure Rylan Jones around midcourt. Jones, step back jumper. No, rebound tipped out by Benny. Saved in, and Dowdell can't get his hand on it. We'll go the other way. 4:35 to go in the fourth quarter. A field goal goes a long way here for PG. This 6-point deficit feels a little bigger right now.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it feels like Olympus really sees the momentum.
Van Coleman trapped on the baseline. Nice step through. And Matt Van Coleman gets the easy bucket.
That's defended almost as well as it can be by Carlton. He does a nice job of recognizing the play. Doesn't give Van Coleman much room, but eventually Van Coleman able to step around and lay it in. And Dusty is down to 4. PG just hanging around here.
Here's Noah Benny, 3:55 left. Dowdell down the lane, float it again. What a nifty shot by Jeremy Dowdell.
Love it. Love it. Yo, he really started to drive the ball a lot more in the state tournament last year. Was fantastic to see, and it's been a big key for number 0 tonight, particularly in this second half.
Mickelson. Blocked by Alder. And Cale Mickelson fouled by, they're going to call us on Colton.
I think they're going to give it to Kuhn.
They keep things on the perimeter. Inbound to Mickelson. Dared him to shoot the three. He sends into Van Coleman. Brown thought about it. Goes back to Big Matt. Matt lays it. No. Can't get his own rebound. Brown lost the handle off of Jones and will stay here. Now remember, there is no over the back. Van Coleman has to make contact for that to be over the back.
The real key to me, if I'm Pleasant Grove, I'm looking to attack 15. Try to pick up foul number 5.
Inside Van Coleman. Matt goes back to his right hand and got it. You let him get that little rocker step. He's gotten really good at that.
How about 6 points in the quarter for Matt Van Komen, 16 in the game to lead the way for Pleasant Grove here tonight.
Outside for three, Alder can't get it. And a rebound off of Mickelson, he able to trackle down. Kale sends ahead to Miller. You had Ryland in transition.
You want to know how big that fourth foul is? Ryland didn't go for the steal there. That's when he normally would. Instead, he had to play it off because he knew, get too aggressive, that could be number 5. He could be done.
Remember, it was like 4.5 minutes left in the first half that Olympus started shooting free throws. Inbound to Fairbanks, straight away, too long. Jones and Brown went for it. Brown got it. And now a foul on Benny. It'll be 1-on-1 free throws. Number 4 on Benny.
Dusty, this was a 47-40 ball game. It's a 10-6 run right now. Make it 11.
53-51, 2:43 to go. Nearly shown on the inbound. Holberg traveled, lost his footing on the far side. PG ball with 2:40 left.
PG having that same issue.
Brown drives in, most too strong, and then fouled on the rebound. I think it came too easy there to Casey Brown. He goes back to the line for 1-on-1. McAllister's now the guy's doing the Mikan drill all morning tomorrow. Front end of 1-on-1.
Remember, Olympus has tried to take some time off the clock the last couple of possessions, maybe got him a little out of feel of the offense.
Holberg for three!
How about the first bucket of the night for Jack Holberg, and it's a big one.
Fairbanks with the answer. So delayed game warning on Matt Van Komen for whatever he did with the ball after the made or something.
Was it Van Komen or Mickelson?
I just thought it was one of the two. Either way, down the floor we go. 56-54, 2:05 left. Dowdell goes at Van Komen again. Left hand won't go. Rebound taken by Mickelson. Sent ahead to Fairbanks for the lead. Van Komen can't get the board. Miller has it. Minute 50 to go here in the fourth quarter. A little state tournament feel in late November. Van Komen fronts, shows it. Now stuck on the baseline, send up top to Fairbanks. Now Mickelson. Remember, no shot clock in high school basketball. Lob inside to 22. They want to travel, but he hadn't set it. Minute and a half to go.
Tell you what, Carlton right now is doing a heck of a job on Van Komen.
Minute 20 now, Miller. Now Mickelson, timeout, Coach McAllister. 1:17 to go in the fourth quarter, full timeout. Mickelson inbounds to Brown. 1:15 to go in the fourth. Inside Van Komen. Matt now goes to work. Other side of the hoop, count the bucket. Van Komen will go the line. 17-7 run for PG. They were trailing 47-40.
9 points in the quarter for Matt Van Komen. He now has 19.
Check that, 17-9. Carbon County math. 1 minute to go in the fourth. Colton. Holbrook thought about it. Ryland for three. Back rimmed. Taken by Van Komen. 45 seconds to go.
19 fouls, so the next foul from Olympus is double bonus.
Mickelson has it stolen by Ryland Jones. Jones going the other way, pull up, and the lead. Why is he the best player in the state? Because he plays both sides of the ball.
Folks, 4 personal fouls, and he just snipes that one from behind, and then the pull-up from 15.
And a charge on Brown, number 5.
And then he steps in and draws the charge.
21.7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 58-57. Quickly inbounds to Jones, and now the foul from Miller. And again, back into Wright, lost his footing, and then gets away, and now the foul. And now that's the 16th foul. He got one more. And inbound stolen by Mickelson. And he gets it to go! Kale Mickelson, now 10 seconds. Here comes Ryland Jones, 59-58. Jones, coast to coast, and the left throws home! Somebody's got to come get the ball. Mickelson now takes it. Kale Mickelson going at Ryland Jones, 2 seconds. Mickelson! And PG takes it! Cale Mickelson goes Rylan Jones, Tyus Edney, Danny Ainge, you name it. Coast to coast at the horn.
Fool me once, shame on you. A fool ain't gonna fool me again. And Cale Mickelson had his pocket picked inside of a minute to play. Rylan Jones went for it again. And this time it's Mickelson able to take it to the rim and finish at the horn. What a game.
What a way to kick off our basketball coverage here on Deseret News Rewind. 61-60. Cale Mickelson answers the coast-to-coast take by Rylan Jones with one of his own as time expires. And Dane, if we were to do rankings, the two best teams in the state.